today.
Tanner Brown writes, hey guys, love the show. I was just wondering, now that the early reviews are in for Fantastic Four and they are overwhelmingly negative, do you think that Deadpool, although being rated R, will make more money than Fantastic Four? My money's on yes, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks and keep up the great work.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. If you had asked me 2 months ago, do I think Deadpool, being a bit of a gamble, a bit of a roll of the dice, is an R-rated thing. Hugely popular character Deadpool is amongst comic book fans, but against people who aren't comic book fans, not really that well known. I would have said 2 months ago, no way. Now, I was also under the assumption 2 months ago that even though it wasn't going to be a huge blockbuster hit, I thought Fantastic Four worldwide, when all said was done, would probably be around the $400 million mark. I think that would have been a safe assumption. Fantastic Four has made $163 million. The answer,
worldwide?
Worldwide. It's made $55 million domestically, which it should have shattered on opening weekend alone. So $163 million worldwide, and it's not going to make much more than that. The answer to your question is yes. Deadpool will make more money than this. Now, will it get into that $400 million, $500 million range? I'm a little bit more apprehensive of that. I don't think that should be our definition for success for Deadpool. If Deadpool gets in the $250, $275 million range, I think you call that an unequivocal success, especially since they're going to keep the budget on this film reasonable. It's the first film. It's a very different kind of film, and it's an R-rated film. I think if it hits like 275, we should all be saying Deadpool is absolutely a success. So if it doesn't hit those $300 million marks, don't start coming out with, what went wrong with Deadpool? Nothing. It's a different measuring. But 2 months ago, I was said, no way Deadpool makes as much Fantastic Four. Not so much anymore. Now I absolutely anticipate it's going to make more than Fantastic Four. Mark, what do you think?
I think Deadpool is going to top Fantastic Four's entire domestic run in its opening weekend. I think Deadpool is going to crush opening weekend. It might be a record type film for an R-rated opening. I don't know what currently is the highest R-rated movie of all time. I think it's The Hangover still. Is that right? Or maybe The Hangover 2. But I think Deadpool is going to be a phenomenal success. And not just because I think the movie's going to be good. I think that the buzz around it, the fact that they had the rocks to make an R-rated movie. Don't forget what we talked about yesterday, too, is that Colossus does have somewhat of an appearance in this movie. So we know that it is an X-Men. An X-Men in an R-rated film, that's intriguing. And the fact that it's opening, in February? When you're not going to have a lot of competition. I think it's going to slaughter 50 Shades of whatever. Is there even a 50 Shades movie coming out? There isn't. Deadpool is going to be the most money-making movie in February.
Okay, so here's just to get interesting question you brought up, highest opening weekends for R-rated films. The fifth biggest one was Passion of the Christ at $83 million. The fourth was 50 Shades of Grey at $85 million. The number 3 all-time was The Hangover Part 2 at $85 million. Number 2 is American Sniper at $89 million. The all-time opening weekend box office record for an R-rated film is The Matrix Reloaded at $92 million.
Right. That's a tall order.
92 might be tall for Deadpool.
But I think it's definitely topping 60.
Yeah. I agree. I think you're right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to say it's going to kick 100. That's just from the buzz. I think everyone is excited about this film. And Deadpool's not like the most well-known Marvel character, but neither was Iron Man. And this has more buzz on it than Iron Man had before it came out. So I think the R rating is almost a plus side for this. So let's see it get pushed. Let's see. And hopefully the reviews, that's the one thing that would kill it from making 100 million is if the reviews for the film, like the couple weeks before.
Well, look what happened to Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
right?
That's if it's like Deadpool's like, 23 Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it'll probably crush it down to like 40 million. It'll probably still make more than Fantastic Four though. You're right. But if the reviews and everything that we've seen from it so far, everything looks really exciting and different about it. And that's what is fun about these superhero films is that all of these can fit into different categories. And this film definitely feels breaking the fourth wall, really pushing the limit, being an R-rated film. It's breaking that new ground, sort of in that kick-ass terrain. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll definitely I think it'll be a big hit if it doesn't suck. So
see, one of the big differences between Fantastic Four and Deadpool in terms of how the marketing has gone, while I think for the most part we really enjoyed the trailers for Fantastic Four, what we never got from the trailers for Fantastic Four, and there's nothing wrong with this, but we never got a sense of what's their approach with Fantastic Four. I just knew they put together some really good looking trailers, but we didn't get a sense of what's their philosophy with Fantastic Four, what direction they're going with Fantastic Four. They just made some good looking trailers. With Deadpool, going to what you're saying about the only thing that might stop it from cracking that $50, $60 million mark is if the early reviews are really bad. I get a feeling from the Deadpool trailer that we got and from everything we've seen, we have gotten a good look at what their whole philosophy with this character is and what their approach to this movie is. And it's all been spectacular. I'm anticipating good word of mouth when this thing comes out. The one thing I'll say is different too. Like you mentioned that, a lot of people, there wasn't a lot of buzz about Iron Man before it came out. I would suggest that was true until the Comic-Con trailer dropped. Then once the Comic-Con trailer dropped, then there was a tangible buzz. I think they're saving the best of Deadpool's marketing. I don't think we've seen it yet. I don't think that trailer we saw, which is as good as it was, I don't think that's the best one yet. I think they're holding something back for later.
And again, it comes out in February, and it's not going to have the competition that even Fantastic Four did. I mean, Fantastic Four had to deal with Mission Impossible 5 still being on fire. It had Straight Outta Compton the weekend after it, so I don't think Deadpool's going to have that level of competition.
AntMan was already out.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about the Fantastic Four trailer, though, is so many sequences that were in the trailer weren't in the movie, as well as like just even the tone, and they were like, "What's coming? Change is coming." That line's not even in the movie.
Not even in.
There's so much that's not in the movie.
The two premier shots and scenes from the trailers. You don't know what's coming. What is coming? Doom. Not in the movie. The other premier shot, the thing being
dropping,
bombed out of the thing, not in the movie. Like the main marquee moments of their trailers.
And I love the effects weren't. We didn't have time to finish it. Well, why'd you put them in the trailer? The door closes.
Look over there.
Yeah.
Okay.